Hey Libra, it's Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your May 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, your personal readings. My computer is skewed. Let me fix that. A little better. Okay. All your emails have been awesome. Your feedback is amazing. Thank you so much for your love for my channel. It has been awesome. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember guys, it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it is not your message, it's not for you. Don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, if it doesn't resonate, if you don't feel it deep in here and doesn't quite fit, your situation, or some things do and some things don't, that's great. That's wonderful that some of it fits. If none of it fits, then I apologize, but I don't really control what Spirit gives me. So I am just pulling for the collective, for the channel. So if you're consistently not receiving messages for your sun sign, please make sure to look at your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. Sometimes those will resonate better, especially moon sign. For some reason, I believe back in Pisces season for February and March, that resonated more for all of my subscribers and myself. So check that out. You can do, if you're not sure how to do that or where your signs fall in, what planets, etc., the link is in the description box below for Cafe Astrology. It is a free natal report that you can create there, and it will tell you where your moon, your rising, and your Venus, and your Mercury, and your Uranus, and everything falls. So that is very helpful. If you need help with that, you can email me. That is a free service that I offer. I can help walk you through that. What else? Second way of getting messages on my channel, or for me to be able to pull you in for the collective, is liking, sharing, subscribing, or commenting. Okay? All those things bring in your energy, and then I think about that when I bring in the energy for this astrological sign. So I look at the names of the people who comment, that I focus on the likes, I focus on people in my environment that have the same astrological sign as you, etc. So that is one way that you can get messages from my channel. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. It takes you to Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, don't want to use Facebook, that's no problem. Just email me at twistedtarot@gmail.com and I can get you my rates. All right, guys, let's see what they have for you. Also, apologize, one more thing. If the roles reverse, that is normal. That does happen, so you don't have to comment below and tell me that. We all know that it is very common for that to happen. So hopefully you are listening to this part of the video and hear what I have to say. A lot of people, I think on the Scorpio video, they put a time when the reading starts. Well, then you're missing everything about how my channel works. So, I highly recommend just it's 5 minutes. It's probably not even that for sometimes for when I go through my spiel. So, whatever. You want to be rude like that, that's fine. But, it's not a pick a card reading. So, please don't do that. That's a waste. I have things to say and there's a reason for it, because I want you to know how to interpret my reading or how I read. So if you come in here and you skip that part of it, you will be skipping part of my explanation of how the cards are going to be resonating or not resonating with you, or how I read. So, please don't do that. There is a, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am an intuitive tarot card reader, so what that means is if you see a traditional tarot card and it, excuse me, and you know what that means, and I say something different, or I forget to shout out a sign, I'm channeling messages from Spirit that may have nothing to do with that traditional tarot. Now, I do try to take both into account when I am reading. So I will say, hey, in the Rider-Waite, we see a guy, blah, 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 for this card or whatever. I try to incorporate both, but a lot of times Spirit is telling me, this is what this card means for this reading. Say it like this, interpret it like this. And it may have nothing to do with the traditional tarot. So keep that in mind. And I am hearing things, seeing things, and all that is going to come out in the traditional tarot cards. All right, let's get into your energy here, Libra, and see where y'all are at. I'm going to chime my chime. It's basically to let Spirit know that we are ready for this reading. It's to clear out any negative energy and to also just open ourselves up for whatever Spirit is willing to give us, and be open to the messages no matter what they are, no matter how good or bad. Sometimes the readings can get kind of heavy, and please know that if you cannot take constructive criticism as far as, your part in this journey and your twin's part, and you want to just blame your twin or whatever for all, this is not the channel for you, because we all have responsibility in a relationship, and relationships don't fall apart because just one person did something. It's not, nothing works like that. They're not in relationships don't work in a vacuum either. We are part of our environment as well. So keep that in mind. If you feel triggered because I say something, it's probably because somewhere deep inside you needed to hear it and you needed to address it. So it's possibly something that, and it happens for me a lot of times when I listen to other readers as well. There are things that they say that trigger me, but then I think, well, why is that so? And then I self-reflect. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do here on this channel, is I'm going to give you real advice. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be direct. I'm going to be blunt. So if you don't like any of that, this is not the channel for you. All right. Let's see what's going on with you, Libra. All right, beautiful. These are astrological cards, astrological signs. Spirit helps me take 2 for your twin sign who you could be dealing with on your twin side. If your, excuse me, if your twin sign does not come out, this does not mean that this reading can't be for you. It may resonate with or without the astrological signs. It may resonate more. I can't argue with that, of course. But remember, there are tons of cards I still have to turn over. So at any time throughout this reading, besides these cards, we can get astrological signs for any person that you could be dealing with, including your twin. All right, let's see, Libra. Who's Libra dealing with? Okay, we have another Libra. So could be dealing with another Libra. All right. We have Pisces. All right, I'm going to take one more. Who is, oh, I went backwards, sorry. Who is Libra's twin? One more, please, Spirit. Sometimes I hold the cards way too hard and they don't fall. Leo. Could be dealing with a Leo. All right, and the reason I'm doing that is because sometimes I think Spirit, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think sometimes Spirit hears what I'm saying about Libra or the sign that I'm dealing with, and they're like, boom, that's the card. Like, you're talking about Libra, right? However, it could also be your twin. So keep that in mind. You could be dealing with another Libra as well for your twin, or Pisces, or we have Leo. All right. Okie dokie. Mutual energy between you and your twin is the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is possibly going out, partying too much, having fun, drinking, overdoing it for some of you. Others of you, and this may not resonate for everybody, of course, but this card also tells me that possibly an end of a third-party situation. So maybe that was a relationship, a job, a friendship. Something has finally kind of come to an end, or you're done with the third party and you're just so pissed off and you're like, I do not care. I'm not putting myself in a third party. I don't care, what this could be your energy. It could be your twins, could be both of you, because you mirror each other a lot with twin flames. So this energy is kind of saying, like, for some of you, that you may have been involved or somebody tried to get you involved into a third party and you're like, hell no, that's not happening. And you removed yourself. Others of you, it is the end of a third-party situation, and this is a happy time, and so you may be, again, celebrating that, but this is reversed, so first, it could also be another message that I'm receiving, like I said in the beginning of this, is overindulgence, partying, hanging out, having a good time, really just letting loose, okay, for some of you, and just kind of going out there and do whatever you want, okay? All right, and hanging out with friends. I feel like a lot of you may just be hanging out with friends, just having a really good time. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that unless you're overindulging and you know it's a problem and it's affecting your connection. Okay, so some of you, it may be affecting your connection. You may be overindulging, and that could affect your twin just as much as it affects you. Okay? So I clarify all the tarot card readings, all the tarot cards at the end of the reading. Can't talk today. Good grief. Can't even talk half these readings lately. Okay, first card out we have is ready but waiting. All right, Libra. So yeah, I think that you're ready for something. You may have a dove as a spirit animal, or seed doves, or pigeons, obviously. I can't really tell. This kind of looks like a dove here that she's holding, and just kind of like her spirit animal. So you might want to look up doves and if they relate to you. and figure out what that means. It could be a spirit animal that you even have no idea that you connect with, possibly. Or it could just be a sign or a symbol for you, and you may see it often, okay? And it also, again, could be a spirit animal. When you see something often or you dream about it often, that's more than likely your spirit animal. So you're ready, but you're waiting for something. So you're preparing and getting yourself ready. All right, this is from a new deck. It is the Sacred Earth Oracle. I'm also using the Amira's Love Oracle here in this reading. So I am going to read. I channel while I'm reading. And also, for those of you that watch my channel, you know that when I get a new deck, I do not go through here and study every card. I like to be surprised. Some of these cards I will know what they mean because I've used them often over the readings. Other cards I'm still going to read that definition and give you that information here. And I can get messages while I'm reading for you. There is no rush. Bide your time and be ready to act. Observe and build your stores of knowledge, energy, and resources. Resist being goaded to act before you are ready. You have not missed your chance. Prepare and be poised for an opportunity. Confidence is not being certain of success. It is being prepared to give something your best shot. Yeah, so you're preparing yourself. You're getting all the knowledge you need, all the energy, all the resources possibly. And again, people may be pushing you to act or on something, and I'm not sure yet. We're going to keep going and find out what this could be for. Could be going towards your twin here. But somebody may be like, okay, you're going to miss your chance or whatever. You're not missing your chance, okay? So you have not missed your chance. There's still an opportunity here. So it just says be prepared and poised for this opportunity. So confidence is not being certain of success. It is being prepared to give something your best shot. So not being confident necessarily that you're going to be successful, but being prepared to give it your all, to give it your best, to see what you can make from this. So that's beautiful energy. I love that. All right. We have family, okay? So this may have something to do with having a family, okay? Or coming together with someone who has maybe you're trying to reconcile with some family here and you're trying to figure out the right time to do that, okay? Or maybe you're feeling ready to have a family, okay? So family is important to what you're ready and waiting for, okay? And maybe you're trying to combine families, okay? Maybe you have met someone that you really care about or your twin, either one, it could be soulmate, could be your twin, and they have kids, and maybe you do too, and maybe you're trying to figure out how to blend families, or maybe your twin has kids, or your soulmate has kids, and you're kind of ready, but kind of waiting for them to kind of bring you into the fold, okay? It says close relatives, family members, either approval or disapproval from family. Family needs are being considered. Family values, clan mentality, conditioning from your family of origin. Family or the idea of it is important to you or the matter at hand. You want to start your own family. Oh, see, exactly. Yeah, okay. And this, again, family may be very important to your decision that you're ready and waiting to do something specifically, but you're taking your family into account. It could be just your relatives. It doesn't have to be, family can be anything, obviously. And we have ascending, but it is reversed. So something about your ascension process, you may feel like this isn't moving forward or you're not able to ascend currently at this time. So it feels like your vibrations, you may be feeling low vibration. And it could be from your family. Your family may be, again, it could be interfering in this connection, or you may be trying to figure out how to make it all work so that you can ascend and you can see there's this person. Oh, maybe it's not a person. Oh, wow. It's this energy right here, this ball of energy. It kind of looks like a person from a little bit far away, but it's not actually. It's just this low vibrational kind of energy type, and it's like transforming into higher vibrations, into higher levels of consciousness and enlightenment is what I'm feeling like for this card. So for some of you, you may be unaware of what ascending is, and if you're not sure, just look it up. And others of you, you may feel held back from ascending based on some type of issues within the family, okay? Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands here. This is causing you some distress here. So there's definitely something that you're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or overburdened. There may be a lot of responsibilities that when it comes to your family, and you may be feeling very much like just overwhelmed like this. Normally in the traditional tarot with the 10 of Wands, I mean, even here we see this bird being basically like falling from the sky because they can't carry and fly and ascend, basically, which is this ascension right here, with all these burdens, with all these responsibilities. So you may be ready and waiting, but at this time, something about this is holding you back. Okay, and that's okay, because maybe it's not time for you to continue on this journey in this way until you're able to release some of these responsibilities and put them down. Because what comes after the 10 is the 1, and that is the Ace of Wands, and then that is a brand new opportunity, and it's a freeing opportunity. It's passionate. It is exciting, and it is just having just that brand new opportunity to embrace. Okay, so after the 10, we start over. We start from the 1. So we kind of put down everything but every nine of those wands, and we take that last one and we move forward with it into, possibly now this ascension may just turn around and change and become upright. Okay. All right. So there's something that they want you to know about this burden that you feel with your family, with something to do with family, possibly, and responsibility. Broken wishbone. I'm sorry. Gosh, guys, wish will not be granted. So I apologize. So there's something about you may be wishing for having a family with somebody, and you feel like this is the key to your ascension process. This is your key to feeling so enlightened and so happy. And I get that. I understand that is definitely important to a lot of people, men and women. So it may be that you're feeling like your wish, they're telling you that some wish that you have, and it could be this wish to ascend currently, or this wish to have family, or something's broken within the family. So I apologize, but they're saying there's some type of wish that may not be granted. It's awful. I'm sorry. Hopefully we'll get more as we go here. Twin flame message. I'm a better person because of you. Yeah, you want to tell your twin that you feel like you're a better person because of them. Okay, interesting. All right. I apologize here. If some of you are trying to move with your family and move away, that may fall through. Like an offer on a house or an offer to sell. Maybe somebody says they'll buy and they're going through the closing process and something falls through. Okay, for some of you, not all of you. We have unity. That's beautiful. So unity talks about, just in my mind, when I see this card, I see that this is wanting to become one with yourself and with others, and including your twin. So it's coming into union. So for a lot of you, that is you're ready but waiting for union. Okay, so you've done the work, or you think you've done enough work, and that you're just absolutely on the edge of your seat, just ready to go into that next phase, which is that union with your twin in the 3D. And for a lot of you, you're already in union with your twin in the 5D. So, or you're trying to bring it from the 3D to the 5D, the 5D to the 3D, however you want to do it, however union looks to you. But unity is also about taking care of ourselves. When we are in union with ourselves and we're accepting and loving of ourselves, and we're happy within the person that we are, and we feel whole within ourselves, that also bleeds into our twin. So they also will feel that same, so if you're in union with yourself, you're still obviously in union with your twin. It may not be in the 3D, but it is in a metaphysical sense, okay? All right, let's see what they have to say about that unity card here. I know they kind of interpret it a little bit darker. So, see your worth and the value of others, okay? A refusal to accept less than equal footing in a partnership. Yeah, so your worth and value, seeing your worth and the value of others. So recognizing your worth in others is going to bring those people to you that should be in your sphere, in your world, because this person has this world. This angel it looks like she has wings, and they wrap around this world, and so she's coveting her world. She's coveting who she brings into this world. She's coveting the vibrations of it. She's trying to take care of herself, in essence taking care of the world, or taking care of the world in essence will bleed over into taking care of herself. So basically knowing that we're all connected in that way. And a refusal to accept less than equal footing in a relationship. So you may be like, okay, I want a partner, or in the relationship, if you're currently in one, you may be expressing to your partner, hey, I really think that, if I do the dishes, you'll take out the trash, or, you know, this type of energy of like making it very balanced. Okay. And Libra, you're all about balance. Okay. You're all about having things balanced between yourself, or struggling within yourself to keep yourself balanced, because you're all, you know, look, you have that weight right here that balances things out. Okay. And so that you're basically about that. So it's the same within your partnerships, and you may expect them to do just as much as you do. And that's not something that we should be ashamed of. That's something that I think a lot of us wish we had, you know, and if we don't, you know, it's almost like relationships can become out of balance. And then that's where we have issues. An assumption, bias, or other barrier could hinder a fair outcome. Okay, so yeah, again, it's all about fairness here with justice. Justice is about fairness, and it's about equality. So somebody's bias, either about you, or you may have a bias or an assumption about someone or something, may actually hinder this outcome. So I'm not sure exactly what, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily say yes or no that that's the case, but this is part of the card. Strive for reciprocity. There is a solution that benefits all parties. Yeah, so the justice system is like that. They do reparations, and they try, as far as some type of justice systems, I think it's outside the United States, they kind of do something like that as well. So it's like balancing it out for each party, making sure that the solutions benefit each person, okay? Empowerment is a better strategy than seeking power. Act now for the long-term benefit of your loved ones. Yeah, so you're really either spending time or really focused on how your decisions are affecting your loved ones, okay? Next card is Ice Queen. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Could be somebody you're dealing with, could be a friend, could be a mother figure, could be yourself, and it also could be your twin, so keep that in mind. Let's see about this Ice Queen. This Ice Queen kind of has her back to this family. So maybe this person is, whoever this person represents, and it may or may not be you, but they tell me that they may be turning their back on their family, okay? And they may feel that maybe they don't want children, or maybe they feel like something to do with someone else's, so maybe someone else is married and they have a family, and this is causing them to be overburdened here with this Ten of Wands and this lack of ascension in being able to connect with their twin, because their twin is involved in a marriage or has a family with a partner. Doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, but and they have children or they have a family, and that may affect, because I feel like this is you, Libra. For a lot of it may affect you, and you may be turning your back on the situation because of that. And you may be leaving a family too, so you may be divorcing someone as well. For some of you, that's a message I'm receiving. But it's a very cold energy. This person has her back literally to this family right here, in the way that it goes in the, like this. Yeah. It's very cold, giving the cold shoulder. Maybe someone in the in your family is causing you some distress, and you may be walking away or distancing yourself from family members. An older woman, mother-in-law, or a woman who speaks her truth and knows what she likes and what she doesn't like. She will cut through any lies or deception. If you have pulled this card today, you are either influenced by a mature woman, or you will see clearly through a situation that is confusing you using your own wisdom. So yeah, that may be confusing you. The situation may confuse you when it comes to this family situation. It could be your own family, but it could also be your twin's family, or again, it could be a soulmate as well. But ascending is here, so it's more than likely possibly your twin for that card, but not for everybody, okay? And then we have a fresh start, but it's reversed. Yeah, this fresh start is not, because maybe you're feeling like this, like the Ice Queen, and not ascending. There's definitely a fresh start that's yet to get off the ground. Like there's something new you want to do. There's something, but maybe you're trying to go in a new direction, but you haven't actually cultivated. The seeds aren't ready, but you're still waiting. So you may be waiting for this fresh new start, okay, guys? And it may have to do with this ascension process that you may be needing to ascend in order for this fresh new start to take place, okay, for some of you. We have the Star, could be dealing with an Aquarius here. Okay, so this is about faith and hope and healing. So there's definitely something that needs to be healed. This is in the reading like this. So putting down these burdens possibly, or realizing that you are overburdened and need to put some of these responsibilities down, or this hurt or whatever's going on here, this overwhelming sense of being crushed is what I'm feeling like here. I feel like this bird is going to come down and these wands are going to crush him or her, and just this person's going to have to figure out how to get back up from this. Okay. So, but you still have hope and faith in the situation. So, and again, this could be, you dealing with an Aquarius, but I feel like, and there's some healing that needs to take place first as well. So you haven't given up hope. Okay. And it says a wish will not be granted here. So there's something here that may not be granted. However, you're still hanging on. You still have hope. You still are like, listen, universe, this is still my wish. This is still what I want. And I'm still sending it out. You're still trying to manifest this. And it could be this fresh new start. Okay. And you may just not be ready yet. Or the universe is saying, okay, you're ready, but you need to wait because there's more going on here. Or there's more to learn. Or there's some healing that needs to take place with this Star card. Axe. Forces working against you. Good grief. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't control what comes out. But it definitely feels like there's something working against you here, okay? And it could be this Ice Queen, okay? So you could have a family with your twin, or you could have a family and there is possibly someone else, maybe a mother-in-law, who's working against you. And maybe keeping you feeling stuck, like they are like trying to keep you from this fresh new start, okay? They may be influencing the family in some way to keep you from this fresh new start and to keep you from ascending, okay? So really look at some toxic energy around you if it's not you with that Ice Queen, okay? And it could be you and someone else. That card can also be duality. It could also represent yourself and someone else that you relate to as well. Twin flame message. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. Yeah, so there may be something that you did with your twin, that you feel bad for, maybe the way that you treated them. Not all of you, but that is one of the messages that came out for, what you want to say to them. And this forces working against you could be why you feel just like absolutely just like devastated. Like you just can't get out from underneath this and fly up and get higher. And because you're so burdened with this, okay? So burdened with the problem, so burdened with an issue possibly with family, okay? Next card we have is productivity, okay? All right. And again, you may be a mother here. We have a mother and her child here. Very beautiful energy. So it's creating something. You may be an artist as well for some of you. The Libras I know are super creative, so that's not shocking there. So I feel like they want you to keep working, okay? Keep working for it because there's still more to do, okay? Even though we think that, even if we get what we want, or if we get to a place that we want to be in, there's still work to be done. It's not like the work ends and everything, happily ever after like a Disney movie, unfortunately. The work still has to take place. All right. The energy and experiences you have been handed can be converted to meaningful, life-affirming outcomes. Yeah, I feel like this. Like life still has meaning. You still see the stars. You may think of this person if they have passed over, and you may still talk to them. You may still pray to them. You may still wish for, or wish upon a star, either way, or pray for what you want, and you still have hope. You still have faith in it. That's still an undercurrent here. Even if there is forces working against you, they're saying don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Okay. So changing this energy, so transmuting this energy that is here that's so rough with this 10 of Wands here. It's trying to get you to turn that into some type of life-affirming outcome. So, without my twin hurting me very, very badly and our separation, and some things that I also did as well, I would not be here on YouTube if it weren't for feeling so meaningless and not able to feel in control of what was happening to me or what was happening in my situation with my twin. That this helped me get that back. This helped me reawaken and give life meaning and help others. So it really transformed my whole entire life, and I'm very grateful for that. Let's see. With a little work in perspective, an obstacle will become a stepping stone. That's exactly what I do feel like here. Just keep working for it. So this obstacle here, these forces working against you, definitely maybe this Ice Queen, if it's not you, it is a stepping stone. It's not something so big that you can't work around it and change a perspective on it. Do what you can when you can and make steady progress. Yeah, it's that one step at a time. If you have to wake up and you put one thing in your phone that you're going to do today that you do and you check off, you've done that one thing. That's it. That's that baby step. You took that step, you checked it off, you did it. Effort is required to transform an idea, experience, or knowing into something more solid. Once it has formed, new growth will follow. Yeah, so there's definitely some project maybe that you are working on that you maybe want to bring into the physical world. Maybe you're an artist and you're working on a beautiful painting, and you're, just step by step getting it ready to present to the physical world. So it's very beautiful. Or you just have ideas in here that you want to, it could be jewelry that you want to, debut and things like that. So I feel like a very creative energy here. My video froze, guys. Sorry. I feel like this card is telling me that you're very, very talented and you have a lot to offer. And we have short term. Okay. So it's possible that this relationship, if it is with an Ice Queen, is only short term. So, or it was only for a small period of time. Okay, and that could be why some of you feel this sadness and this ability to this fresh new start didn't get off the ground. It's because it came in and out very quickly for some of you. Okay, and it broke your heart. There's a broken heart here. So, yeah, I feel like there's definitely it's telling me that whatever is going on, and it also tells me that this Ice Queen, if this is not you specifically, and this is someone else's energy, that it may transform, and it may only be short term that you have to deal with this person, okay? So that may change, okay? Interesting. We have solitude, but it's reversed. Yeah, so they want you to take some time to go within, and for some of you, there's two different messages. Some of you need to take more time in solitude and to really contemplate this fresh new start and how to ascend, okay, and how to make this, how to change this in your environment. I feel for some of you, there's also a tad bit of depression here, which it's not a judgment. It's just what I'm feeling as I'm reading, feeling kind of low, a little bit low, just kind of like, I don't want to get out of bed. So for some of you, you need to actually get out of bed, and you've been taking too much time in solitude, and it's detrimental to your health, and you need to get out and get in nature and get out and enjoy, just coffee with friends, or, go, drink some wine, whatever you want to do in that way. You may be, what is the word I'm looking for? Isolating for some of you. Others of you, you just need to go within and get some more time by yourself to figure this out, okay? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is the energy of, sorry guys, I'm just itchy all of a sudden, good grief. Okay, so this is the energy that I feel like that there has been the work that was done, it was hard work, and then all of a sudden it was just done. It was just over. So the short term reminds me of that. Reminds me of the Seven of Pentacles. Because normally, is this a 7 or an 8? I'm sorry. Sorry, 8. I'm sorry. This reminds me of the 7 of Pentacles either way, but it is the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you that this is energy that, sorry guys, I had to stop the video. So this is a lack of a long-term vision. This is also possibly short-term rewards. we have short term here. So it's like short term rewards that you received that you maybe thought were going to be longer, or that they were going to be here for longer, or that this person was going to be on this earth longer. I feel for some of you, you have lost someone that you feel like was very, very important to you, and it's definitely trying to figure out what to do for your having a lack of long-term vision for some of you, trying to figure out what path you want to take and where you want to go for the future. We have Bull, plenty of material things. Yeah, so you may be really, really focused on the material world as well with this card. This is what I felt like in the Aquarius reading as well. So there's definitely something to do with material things. So you may be working hard or trying to figure out where you want to, like this productivity here is like, okay, so you knew what you wanted to do short term, possibly for some of you, or you knew something might only be for a specific amount of time that was short term, but now it's figuring out how to maybe either go on a different career path or go towards something that's going to last longer, or, having these little bits of time where you work here, but then you work here, but then you work here at a different place because, it satisfies you in different ways. So it may be in totally different areas. So you may be a bartender here, you may be a dancer here, you may be, or like a dance teacher, or, something like that. But you may be focused on material things, or you may have access to a lot of material things. So maybe you received some good money for something that was only short term. Like maybe you painted this beautiful, beautiful picture and it sold for like $1,000 and you were like, yay, like, holy crap. Like, but now you're like, well, what do I do next? Like, are the rest of my paintings going to sell like that? Is the rest of my work going to be, how is this going to work? Okay. I feel like that. All right. Twin flame message. I'm not the same person that you remember. Yeah. So you have been, doing some work here, and, with that ready, but waiting card, right? So your twin may be meeting you again for the first time. If you guys are working towards that avenue of reconciliation. For some of you, you may be like, I'm not the same person you remember, and you want that your twin to know that. For some of you, like you've changed. Okay, so there's definitely some energy of really working hard on yourself, or really working hard in the material world, because you've got plenty of material things. Okay, so money may be, or you may have sold something for really good money at some point, or made really good money really quickly. Okay, so in the short term, so in a very short amount of time. All right, let's do some clarifying here and see what they have to say about these cards. All right, I have the Three of Cups reversed. Why is the Three of Cups reversed? Nine of Swords. Okay, so maybe this third-party situation was causing you a lot of stress, okay? And you may have been drinking at night to go to sleep, or taking sleeping pills, or trying to figure out ways to quell your anxiety, because the Nine of Swords is all about anxiety, fears, nightmares, and it's trying to release that. It's trying to get rid of that. Okay, for some of you, it's acknowledging that this is that energy, and trying to figure out how. A lot of you feel like it's insomnia as well. So a lot of you may be going out at night, late at night, and you may still be partying to the wee hours of the morning with your friends, and still just like, getting crazy with it for some of you. Okay, but it could be because you don't want to sleep. For some of you don't want to sleep at night. It's either night terrors or nightmares, or the fears like of your own mind. It's just sitting, when you close your eyes, or you're laying down and there's nobody else around, and you're not talking, and everything's quiet, and then all of a sudden there goes all those thoughts. Okay, so those may be very overwhelming for some of you. All right, why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here, please? One or two, please. This almost came out. Still about three. They like to talk to me stories. Ten of Wands. There we go. Two of Wands. Okay. It's over making a decision about which direction you want to go, okay? And this could be whether you want to go toward your twin or away from your twin, or whether it's a job that you want to go towards, what you're looking to do career-wise or job-wise, even if it's not a career. So for a lot of you, it's making a decision, okay, to drop this 10 and get to this 2, okay? So the 1 is a brand new opportunity, and it's this passionate, fiery idea of where you want to go. And then the 2 is like, okay, now I've got 2 paths. Okay, sometimes a separate wand is opened up, and then we have this crossroads. Okay, this is like the crossroads type of card when I see this 2 of wands. And then you have 2 paths that lead in 2 different directions. Okay, no matter what that is, and that may be what you're struggling with is this decision. You feel like it's a catch-22. You feel like you're gonna be overwhelmed, burdened, and crushed either choice you make. There's something negative about either way, okay? But there's possibly 2 different directions that you can go in, and it's possible that some of you just want to put all these birdies, put all the burdens down, and then you just get to this 2, okay? So just have the 2. Like maybe you just want to keep 2, and you're like, okay, all right, if I can keep 2, then I can make a decision, and then I can try and figure out where I'm going to go from here. 10 is just too much, and I can't make a decision, and it feels like it's being made for me for some of you, and it's crushing you. And maybe Spirit's like, okay, put them all down except for the 2, and try that. Okay, this really pretty bird that flew out there on my trampoline. Aww. Wouldn't stay in my yard. My kitty is going to eat ya. Okay. All right, why is the star here? I'm not going to take it. Why is the star here? 4 of Swords. Okay, so again, some of you need to rest, okay? This is that timeout card, okay? Rest and do some healing here with this 4 of Swords, okay? It's almost like being, like I said, with that 9 of Swords, that's a lot of stress here. That's a lot of thoughts, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, I need to take it easy. I need to try and sleep. I think for a lot of you, I feel like here's what's happening. And this is not all of you. This is for a small portion of you. When I say a lot, I'm sorry. I mean a small portion. What I'm feeling from this card is that some of you have prescription sleeping pills because your doctor has said, and you're telling them, hey, I can't sleep. This is getting really bad. And you have circles under your eyes. You're not functioning well. You're a zombie, okay? And for a lot of you, they're like, okay, well, here's a pill, which this is modern society these days. They're willing to give you a pill for everything. So here's these sleeping pills. And what these sleeping pills do is they make you a zombie nonetheless. So it's almost like you can't get enough sleep. You have to take them to sleep, but they also make you into this like groggy mess. So it's like figuring out a way to heal what's going on the inside. It's possibly for a lot of you counseling, it's meditation, it's yoga, it's finding ways to quiet your mind, it's finding ways to release your fears, to acknowledge them, to heal from them, in order to feel like you can just rest without having to take pills, okay, or having to drink, or having to, any of those things to kind of shut those thoughts down, okay? So for those of you that are struggling with this, I highly recommend lemon balm. It is a tea that you can get, and it is amazing, and it helps with all of these things, with anxiety and with stress and with sleep. So see if that helps. I really highly recommend it. Or kava. Kava is another natural supplement that you can take for sleep. I would forego the prescription pills because I've been on stuff like that before, and I know exactly what that does, and that can make it just as hard. It's almost like you may be getting rest, but you're not functioning the next day. So either way, why would you be taking something like that if it's just you're still in the same type of boat in a way? You know what I mean? Here's that ascending. And maybe it's dulling your abilities. So Libra, I know you're very much like me. For a lot of you, you are intuitive, you are empathic. And so when I see that type of energy drawn to my channel, and I know most of you are, and you're watching, I feel like maybe you feel that, you're trying to do the best you can. You may be overwhelmed. You may have a lot of responsibilities to your family, maybe taking care of someone who's sick or taking care of the family, just making sure it's running. But I feel like the pills that you're taking or what you're doing with the alcohol or drugs or whatever it is keeping you from ascending and keeping you from this fresh start. So it's something that maybe rehab or recovery or like group therapy or other natural supplements can help with. So I really hope that resonates for some of you. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, what's going on with this lack of vision here? Okay. Okay. So we have a couple here. We have a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. This could be you. This could be your parents. This could be a couple around you. This could be you and your twin or you and a soulmate, okay? But these are a married couple. That's what I'm feeling with that King of Pentacles and that Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, okay? So they may be influencing, it may be short term. So maybe this marriage that you entered into, again, I feel divorce, okay, for some of you. I feel like for some of you that you entered into it thinking it was going to be long term. You wanted a family, maybe can't have a family, or you do have a family. For some of you, take what resonates. And something happened, either a mother-in-law or your partner or you. Something happened to kind of muddy things up or confuse the situation. And it could be another person with that 3 of Cups here. I'm not heavily feeling that, but it's very possible. And what's happened is this lack of vision and success, or the short term, was this. It was this couple. Maybe you were just short term with each other, okay? Because the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles are all about stability. And they like being married. They like being a couple. For them to divorce is pretty... It's pretty shocking, okay? Or maybe that, the relationship was short term, but you guys were so matched. Okay, look at that. That is a match. Okay, they're both enlightened, over their heads. They're both making good money, okay? Plenty of material things. You both are really good at bringing in that dough, okay? If that's you. And if it's someone around you, they may have come into your life and it may have been short term. But they may have been hyper-focused on money, on materialisms, on stability, but it may have only been short-term. And you may have had this vision where you saw yourself being married to this person, but it just wasn't meant to be right now, or it's just short-term, okay? So the relationship may have only lasted a small amount of time. It's like Ross and Rachel when they went to Vegas and got married, although they, clearly needed, they clearly were meant to be. And, but Ross's, divorces were all, that same idea. Short term, okay? It was all short term, okay? Interesting. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what your fortune is. This is interesting. All right, we have Sun, okay? Another card of Leo here. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yeah, so there's definitely some happiness, some good times, some happiness right around the corner. There is growth ahead of you, and I feel like you're trying to grow, and maybe this is your goal. Your goal is to be this married couple, this happily married couple who has it together, who is stable, who is grounded, who are making good money, who are making good choices, okay? And who have have a lot of material things, very nice things, okay? Earth signs do like material things. They are very much into having the kind of the best and the newest kind of electronics or furniture, or, keeping up with the Joneses type of things. But, they also are very good at taking care of their family. All right. So in their upright energy. So that's really beautiful. Oh my gosh. They just fell right out as a couple. Like, boom, you guys are matched. Whatever it is, you're matched. Okay. And it's very, very beautiful here. All right. And you may be very sad because it was only a short-term relationship where it only lasted a small amount of time. And maybe you're, secluding yourself here with this solitude. All right. And maybe because it ended, you're not sure how to start over or how to ascend. Okay. For some of you. And you're just like, and maybe this wish was just not granted. Okay. Maybe there's something you were just wishing for, like, to have a family. And some of you maybe found out you couldn't have a family. Or you weren't able to, or something happened that prevented you from having this happy family that you so desperately wanted. I'm not saying that it can't happen, because we do have that star here. You haven't lost hope. There's still hope here. There's still faith. there are forces working against you, but that doesn't mean you can't overcome those forces. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for letting me do your reading. I'm sorry it was a little heavier. I still feel so much positive energy still, even though the energy was a little low, but I still feel positive. So please don't give up. Don't give up hope. Comment below. Tell me what you think. I'd really like your feedback. I kind of want to know who this is for. So, or if it's for the whole collective, thank you so much, for that. And if you could write below, that'd be great. Like the video, please, so other Libras can get the message. And we can get it out to as many people as possible to help them as well. So thank you so much. And if I don't see you on the other side for your twins reading, I will see you for your June readings. Take care.